Hey guys, it's boy M.K.S here. I hope everyone's well. Due to the patterns I have, I thought I'd talk about, as it's a Thursday, I thought I'd talk about some of my goals for the future. I know I've probably covered these before again, but sorry for being so creative, but just to like help myself to remember, and for those who might not see my previous videos, or for a recap of some of my goals, today being the 20th of August, but my goals probably haven't changed that much recently. But anyway, here are sort of the things I want to work towards. So as ever, I hope you enjoy this video and leave any comments you want, or any suggestions, ideas, or anything else you want to leave. Yeah, so I hope to work on such things as supporting people of color, P.O.C. in politics. Like, I think I often use this term P.O.C. for people of color, but I think it could also be like it could also stand for politicians of color, professionals of color, police of color, like getting more people of color in the police force, or working with the police, or things like that. So anyway, I'm going to try and crack on with this list, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So number one, I hope to talk about some of my own political goals, especially on Thursdays. I mainly choose Thursdays for this because Thursdays is a day I like to try and work on deadlines or goals or things like that. But also, like, I used to watch a show here in the UK called Question Time, which came on Thursday night. So that's one of the main reasons why, like a lot of the political shows I watched, well, two of the political shows, like Question Time and This Week, which came on at night, on Thursday, like Friday morning. But anyway, so that's one reason why I choose politics on Thursdays. But I hope to talk about some like my political manifesto, or ideas or ideals, or what I stand for politically. Again, I know I've covered this, but I hope to cover maybe any changes or any new ideas. I think like tax policies, or things like maybe like what I would do if I was Prime Minister. So on Thursdays, and maybe more of a fun version on Fridays, like a fun version of politics. As I say, Fridays like fun day. Number two, I hope to bring together what I call the four, which I've talked about in previous videos, but I'll quickly mention them again, like all the possible indigenous people, literally all possible indigenous people from Africa, Australasia, like Aborigines, Maoris, people like that, Native Americans, and indigenous people from Asia as well. So indigenous people from all those four groups, and also like I've added recently like Latin Americans from all possible parts of Latin America, Brazil, Peru, Uruguay, and so forth. Like indigenous people, also like the Latins themselves, like all those possible countries, say Brazil, Argentina, places like that. And also Ireland, which was colonized. So as an anti-imperialist, I hope to support them as well. So I hope somehow to bring them together, to work together on similar projects, which I've been talking about. I hope for them to work together on all the same sort of projects, like supporting each other's YouTubers, working together politically, supporting each other's TikTokers, or social media, or websites, or businesses, tourism industries, and things like that. But especially Africa, when it comes, especially when it comes to technology, I hope to focus on Africa, as I've often mentioned. Number three, I hope to set up projects such as Tea for Technology for Africa, where tea companies or tea brands donate as much of their profits as possible to Africa, to the development of African technology, and also like sometimes like sell for each cup of tea they sell in certain situations, or like maybe for August, like there could be events where each cup of tea people buy, they give a certain percentage to of profits towards African tech. If I'm really dreaming, like I'd love it if companies donated all of their profits from one month, like from August, and use it as their PR, so they make money in other months. But I suppose that would only benefit big companies, I guess, obviously, which can afford to take that loss. Maybe I'm being too dreamy with that one, but. I also hope to talk about like what freedom means to people from what I call the four, and Latin America, and Ireland, and all those other countries and groups I talked about supporting. And number four, again, to help those groups work together and support each other politically and avoid conflicts with each other, like somehow to help Asian nations to avoid conflicts with each other and things like that, and African nations as well, like to put Pan-Africanism and Pan-Asianism, as much unity across Africa and Asia as possible, like somehow improve relations between India and China, India and Pakistan, even somehow, if that's possible. But I hope to encourage as many people from Asian backgrounds as possible around the world, as well as people from the Black diaspora, to support like Pan-Asianism and Pan-Africanism and things like that. Number five, again, hope to like Ideally, I'd love to do at least 1 hour writing a day, and to be to focus on my goals a bit better, and like to be able to sit down and actually plan my goals for like empowering groups and charitable work and things like that, and decide what I want to do and like how to prioritize my time and things like that. I wish I had more energy as well. Like could wake up earlier in the morning, but one of my weaknesses, I have too much tea and I drink and I stay up too late. That's the problem. But yeah, I'd love to be able to do at least 1 hour writing a day, and again, like work on my priorities and goals and things like that. Number 6, I hope to always do the best I can to make, like including making the best use of each day, like 24-hour day. Unfortunately, there are only 24 hours in a day, so I hope to make the best use of them. Number 7, hopefully things will go in my favor as well, like things outside my control. Hopefully learn what I can control and what I can't, and deal with things I can control. Number 8, I hope to unite people of colour together, again, like supporting people of colour and like professionals of colour, people from minority backgrounds or diverse groups, people with disabilities and things like that, and especially my fellow dyslexics, people with physical, mental and learning disabilities, and also like people of colour, as I say, to unite together and work together and support each other around the world, and other disadvantaged or discriminated groups, and also like to work together against extremism like white supremacy and violence and things like that, and discourage law breaking or criminality or violence or that sort of thing. And yes, I say professionals of colour, police of colour. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. There was another thing that I think P.O.C could stand for, but I forgot. Professionals of colour, police of colour, poets of colour, and things like that. So yeah, I can't remember exactly what acronym I was going to say, but anyway, so things like that, which I hope to work on and like work on my memory as well, probably. But yeah, so number 9, again, I dream to support as many writers as possible, especially from a young age, and people to get into writing from all over Latin America, especially indigenous people, like indigenous Brazilians, but Brazilians generally as well, and people from Argentina, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay, again, all over the Americas, Chile, Mexico, Canada, and people of colour in America itself, and also non-white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, non-WASPs for short. Like I hope to support as many of those to get into writing, publish their own books, to be inspired and encouraged to become artists, and also poets and things like that, either spoken or written, and also again, lost my train of thought. Sorry. Damn it. Also, yeah, talk about how dyslexic people can still become writers or writers/authors, whichever term you prefer, in spite of being dyslexic, or maybe even in some ways, dyslexia might help in some areas, believe it or not, even though it's an area where we're quite weak, but especially with ghostwriters, or we can work with other people. I'd love to hear from dyslexic writers. I know there's quite a few YouTube videos where dyslexic writers talk about being writers, and I'm sure there are lots on Google as well. Generally, lots of searches where people talk about being writers in spite of being dyslexic, let's say, and hopefully learn how they did it, so we can inspire more people with dyslexia, including from Africa and Asia, all over Africa and Asia, as much parts and as many people as possible from Africa and Asia, as well as the Americas, as I say, and also even Aborigines or Maoris possibly, to learn about dyslexia and the strengths of dyslexia as well. Hope that all makes sense, by the way. And number 10, again, is support young people and animals, supporting youth, and creating opportunities, and also like teaching people about child protection across Asia and Africa. So again, sorry if I repeat any of these ideas, but again, hopefully this has sort of jogged my own memory and jogged other people's memories. And I thought, again, I'll talk about my goals and make the best possible use of this time since I got writer's block, before my mum comes back from Liverpool. So while I've still got the house relatively to myself, my brother's still here, but he doesn't distract me quite as much, nor does my dog. So anyway, as ever, please leave your comments, and thanks for your support. And I'm out. Peace and out.